everyone, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video we're going to be learning how to cut this beautiful asymmetric neckline with one off shoulder. So if it's something you would love to learn, do well to watch to the end of the video. Like, share and subscribe. If you're new on my channel, please do well to subscribe. Subscription is totally free, and turn on the notification bell so you can be notified anytime we drop new videos. So let's jump right into the main video. From the top here is our starting point and our shoulder line. So from there I'm going to come down to take my vertical measurement. From my shoulder to my bust point is 9.5 inches. I'll go ahead and rule that line across. I forgot to mention earlier, when drafting this, your paper must be on fold because it's an asymmetric neckline, and to get that design your paper must be on fold. So do well to put your paper on fold when drafting this. So I'm going to come down to mark my waist point. From my shoulder to my waist point is 15 inches. I'll mark that all the way and I'll rule the line across, because I'm going to be attaching this to a dress, to a skirt, to the upper lower bodies. We are going to be stopping at the half length, but if you are making yours as a top, do well to add your length, all right, your blouse length. So this is my waistline and this is my bust line. On the shoulder line, I'm going to come here, divide my shoulder by 2. My shoulder divided by 2 is 7.5. I'm going to mark it right here. At that point, I'm going to come down by 1 inch for my shoulder slope. I'll come here to mark my neck width of 3 inches. You can do 2.5 because the neck is actually high. Then I will connect from here to this point this way. For the neck depth, I'm going to be marking 3 inches. Like I said, you can do 2.5 by 2.5 because the neck is actually high. So I'm going to connect from the shoulder slope, from the neck width all the way to this point like this with my curve rule. So the next thing I'm going to do right now is to mark my chest line. And to mark your chest line, you're going to divide your bust by 6 and then add 1.5 inches. In my case, I got 7. I'm going to mark that 7 downwards, and I will also extend it across this way. So this line becomes my chest line. I'm going to mark my shoulder measurements on my chest line here to have a straight line from up. I'll mark this 7.5 inches and connect from the shoulder slope all the way to the point we just marked on the chest line. So I'm going to come to this line here, divide it into 2 equal halves to get the midpoint, and the midpoint of 7 is 3.5 here. At that point, I will go in by half an inch. I'll come to the chest line, mark my bust circumference divided by 4. I'll mark it here on the chest line. Then I'm going to connect all these points together to form my armhole. So I'm just going to connect from this point to this point. Then I'll use my curve rule to just complete it to the chest line this way. So this is a dartless top, so we are not going to be adding dart or anything. The next thing is to impute our round body measurement, because I'm using a stretchy fabric, right? So we've already marked our bust measurement. I'm going to come to the waistline, divide my waist by 4, and I'm going to mark it. And I'm not going to add any sewing allowance because I'm using a stretchy fabric, all right? I will connect it. If you're not using a stretchy fabric to sew this, do well to include your sewing allowance. If you're not using a stretchy fabric, do well to include your sewing allowance. But because I'm using a stretchy fabric, I will not add any sewing allowance. I'm going to be transferring this measurement to the other side so we can work on the neckline. So I've already cut it open this way. I will just rule out the lines we have on the other side. I'm going to take it all the way to this other part here so we can work on the neckline. So this is what we have. For the neck, you can decide on where you want your slant to be. It can be on the right side or on the left side. So it depends on what you want. I'm going to be taking the measurement here on this side. So I'm going to come down from my shoulder slant by 3 inches. And it depends on how you want the hand to fall, all right? You can go more than 3 inches. And then I'll connect from this other shoulder slant all the way to that 3 inches I marked. Like I say, it depends on how you want the shoulder to fall. You can decide to do 2 inch, 2.5, 3 inch, 3.5. It depends on how you want the shoulder to be. Just connect with my free hand all the way to that point. I wanted to use my curve rule, but it was not giving me the curve I want, so I decided to use my free hand this way. So this is what we have. I'll just go ahead and cut this part out You can see what we have here. So by the time you cut it out, this is what you are going to have, right? It's a very simple tutorial. So this is basically it. If we are going to use this pattern to cut both the back and the front. If you are using a stretchy fabric, there's no need for you to add your zipper allowance. But if you are not using a stretchy fabric for the back pattern, you are going to cut the center open, that crease line, you're going to cut it open, then add your zipper allowance at both sides, like 1 inch at both sides for your zipper allowance for the back pattern. But you can use this front pattern to cut both the back and the front. And this is basically it for this tutorial. Thank you so much for staying tuned. If you have not subscribed, please do where to subscribe. If you have any question, anything you don't understand concerning this video, do where to drop it in the comment section, and I will do where to attend to it. Thank you so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.